Stan Gibilisco here. I have just learned a little bit more, which is to say a very little bit, about a currency known as Bitcoin. I read about it on Fox News, the website Fox News, just this morning. It's Father's Day 2017. And it seemed to indicate that the United States government might be considering making Bitcoin illegal. I've never used Bitcoin. I don't even really know what it is, so I looked it up on Wikipedia. And after reading about it on Wikipedia, I knew even less than I had known before. All I knew before I read that article was that I would never personally have anything to do with it. It just sounds too bad to be true. And after reading the article and after reading about it on foxnews.com, I just decided I don't ever want anything to do with whatever Bitcoin is. And I just thought to myself, what then would be a good investment, say, in the event of an electromagnetic pulse, such as might occur because of a coronal mass ejection or an attack from a hostile nation using a nuclear bomb at high altitude. Wiping out the internet, well, Bitcoin would become more meaningless, I would suppose. At that point, most computers wouldn't work. Most currencies would become useless. In the worst case scenario, just about any form or medium of exchange would become useless, even gold. There's only two media of exchange that I know of that would remain useful in such an environment, and that therefore, in my opinion, the old fuddy-duddy from the black holes of Dakota Territory, United States of Absurdity, the only two investments that I can think of that I have and that anybody has that are absolutely irrefutable are the ability to perform work that somebody else needs and the possession of some object or objects or materials or goods that somebody else needs. Basically, if all currencies were to be destroyed, all computer software to be destroyed, and we were to be reduced to a primitive state of existence, more or less, those are the only things that would really matter. What can I do for you, and what can you provide for me in exchange for it? In other words, the barter system. I give you this, you give me that. Oh yeah, that'll be worth this, that'll be worth that. And for example, I can live on your ranch in exchange for teaching your kid how to use Bitcoin or why they shouldn't, or more likely, how the planets orbit the sun. I have a telescope I could provide for them to look through and be fascinated, and that would still work. That telescope would still work in the absence of electricity and everything else. So, as your ultimate financial consultant, ultimate meaning ultimately ignorant, that's all I can really say. And I think, therefore, that it's important for me personally to always have some sort of service that somebody else needs, some sort of ability, some sort of something that somebody else needs and is willing to exchange for. And in the event of some catastrophe, like an electromagnetic pulse or a hack of the cyber infrastructure of the United States or the world. I personally, again, believe that people would cooperate and help each other out, that the predators that we so fear would gain control, that just wouldn't happen. The predators would, in fact, evolve out of existence because nobody would want anything to do with them. And, as far as I know, for quite a while after the EMP attack, the good old shotgun, good old gunpowder, and good old bullets would still work for quite a while. Stan Gibilisco signing off. Until next time, so long.